Due to mature subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's up, wild animals, and welcome back to our YouTube channel.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Jarrett, and you're watching The Ben and Jarrett Show. So, we know it's been a while since our last video. We did I Should Have Known That, right?
Yep, and I won, as per usual.
Anyway, he won. But, so we're back today. Today we're going to do a 21 question game. He's going to ask me some questions, I'm going to get some answers, and I'm going to ask him some questions, and he's going to get some answers.
Okay.
So, I know a lot of people, have been wondering, about us, and they want to know more specifics as far as what we like, what we don't like, what we enjoy, etc., etc.
Okay.
So I thought this would be a fun game for us to do. So first question is, what do you think they should teach in school but they don't?
Navigating relationships, just period. I think there should be a therapist, and there should be a segment maybe a couple times a week, whether it be romantic relationships, relationships with family members, relationships with parents, because we got so many people out here just in toxic ass relationships with their families, with their significant other, and they don't know how to do it. And I think it would just be good to teach kids from a young age, this is a healthy boundary to have some self-worth and determine, what you're going to put up with and what you're not. What is a cause worth dedicating your life to?
What is a cause worth dedicating your life to? I mean, there are a lot of causes worth dedicating your life to. I think just helping people in whatever sense that is for you, whether that be teaching the youth of America or working in healthcare or being a politician or, whatever that is for you. I think that's, in my opinion, yeah.
Okay. I like that. I agree.
What should parents stop teaching their children?
Heteronormativity. Just assuming your little boy is gonna have a girlfriend, or your little girl is gonna have a boyfriend, or girls wear pink and boys wear blue, and boys play sports and girls play with dolls. That just needs to be ended altogether.
Okay. Is there any particular reason why you feel like that?
Yeah, because there are so many kids that are part of, and not even necessarily part of the LGBT spectrum, but there's no need for it, and it makes kids feel really bad about themselves when they don't fall within these strictly defined boxes of what it means to be a boy or a girl.
That's fair enough.
Is it okay to sacrifice one life to save 10?
Well, it depends on the circumstance.
I agree.
I think if there's one person who is extremely ill and unhappy with their life, and allowing them to move on to the next stage of whatever comes after life would allow 10 people to live, sure, why not? But if it's sacrificing a healthy, happy person to save 10 other people, I don't think it is.
So if
I
you...
think it's very circumstance-based.
So if you were the one that actually had to directly do it, would you be able to do it?
It would depend on the circumstances.
Okay.
If the circumstances made sense to me, yes. If I felt like it was just robbing Peter to pay Paul, no.
Would you change the answer if the one person that had to go was one of your friends? Or a family member?
No, I think I'd still look at it the same way.
Okay.
I love my family, but I think fair is fair and right is right, and yeah, so
Okay.
that's how I feel about that.
Okay. That's cool.
How much do you change when you know no one is around?
Like, change clothes?
No. How much do you change your personality and who you are?
I would say it's minimal. I mean, I do it to an extent because I have to be a little more professional at work and a little more upright. And then when I'm at home, I'm super chill, less upright when I'm around your family. But when no one is around, I think I'm just much more boring because I feel like when I'm around people, I will be have a little more personality. But when no ain't nobody around, I don't do shit. I don't say shit. I keep to myself, and I just straight chill. So I mean, a little bit, but not much.
Not much. That's fair.
How useful would you be in a zombie apocalypse?
That depends on what type of zombies we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who know me, I'm a horror movie buff. So if we're talking about like Night of the Living Dead zombies, or like
Right.
or if we're talking about like World War Z zombies, there's many different types of zombies. If we were talking about Night of the Living Dead zombies, I would be very useful because, in my opinion, anybody would be very useful against a zombie like that. They can't really do much. If we're talking about World War Z zombies, I don't know. I could be like the person who cooks for everybody, or like the person who maybe builds the weapons or something like that. I don't know that I'd be very useful as far as being out on the street killing zombies because they just move so fast. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Like, it would just depend on the zombie.
Okay.
If it was Walking Dead zombies, I think I'd be pretty useful. It always surprised me in that show when people get killed. I'm like, how did you get killed by one of these zombies? Like, they move so slow. But anyways, yeah.
Okay.
How much do you know about the world outside of your country?
As far as experience, 0, because I've never been outside of the States. But as far as things I've read and my education, I feel like I know plenty of like facts. Of course, I don't know the experience, so I don't know what it's like to be in other places, and I can't speak from my own experience. But from what I've read, I can regurgitate a fact or say, oh, someone who has been there has said this, but I can't say it with any authority because I've never been outside of the States.
Fair enough.
Which movie or book do you think is ridiculously overrated?
Twilight.
Is it?
Twilight. Yes.
No, I was gonna say, is it? Do people even go crazy about that anymore?
She's supposed to be making a new, like...
I know she did Host, right?
Yes, she did Host.
And that kind of flopped, didn't it?
I don't know.
They made a movie.
Don't take this wrong, Stephanie Meyer, because I do like you. I think anybody who can create a story out of nothing is very intelligent and should be admired for their skill, because not everybody is a talented writer. It's a very hard thing to do. I'm a writer, so I really know how hard it is to grab an audience and keep them wanting to read more or know more about your characters. So for that reason, I have the utmost respect for her. However, I think the content, in my opinion, is trash. I just think it's trash. It's very YA. For those of you who don't know, that means it's young adult. It's very down the middle, plain Jane, not interesting. It's a love story that's a basic one at that. It's just my opinion. So, Twilight.
Okay. Well, so for book and movie both.
Twilight.
Okay. Cool.
Who would you most like to sit with on a 10-hour flight, and why?
Do they have restrictions of alive or dead, or?
No, the person does not have to be alive.
So any person in the history of the world.
Yes.
That's really, really good. But my default is my girl Marilyn Monroe.
Oh my god, I just knew you were gonna say that.
Because I would love to actually speak to her. And we have 10 hours to just talk. And like, I'd love to know her perspective and her take on certain things and how she views herself. And because we have so much that's written about her, and I feel like I know a lot, but I want to get it from her directly. I want to know exactly what she thinks, and I don't know. I would just love to get to know her.
That's fair. So that would be your choice, Marilyn Monroe?
Yes.
Okay.
What are 2 things you know you should know how to do but don't?
What are 2 things I know I should know how to do but don't?
Yes. You know how to do a lot.
I'm glad you said that so I don't come across as an asshole.
No,
in
you
this
know how to
video.
do a lot of stuff.
There's not a whole lot that I should know how to do that I don't. Okay, I take that back. I should know how to change the oil in my car.
Okay.
Because I have been driving for 10 years now, almost, somewhere in there.
Mhm.
And I have never changed the oil in my car. Never. If it got dirty and all the people who were mechanics who could change oil just disappeared off the face of the earth, that car would not run for very long because I have no clue how to change the oil in my car.
Okay.
That's 1. 2 is, I should know how to do, but I don't. That's a really tough question. I mean, it's just hard for me to think of what I do. I'm looking right at it. My guitar. I should know how to play guitar. I should know how to play guitar so well that I can close my eyes and do it in my sleep. And I, for the life of me, do not know how to play guitar. I have had that guitar over there that sits on that wall that you guys cannot see right now. But I have had that guitar for at least 8 years, and I've never learned how to play it.
I had a guitar for a while. I never learned how to play.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So that's 2 things I should know how to do, but I don't.
Okay.
Alright, so Gaga or Beyonce?
No, you're not making me choose. Like, okay. Ugh. In what context? In what context?
Gaga or Beyonce?
For what? Am I
the-
choosing one of them to live or continue performing, or
The question is just that. Gaga or Beyonce?
that's like saying, do you love your mom more or your dad more?
Pick one.